Hello, Greg from Balloon Market here, and welcome to BMTV. We are lucky to be joined by Chris from Amscan again. Chris, thank you for coming. And, well, today we're going to talk a little bit about tails. I went to the Spring Fair in February and bumped into Chris and we had a chat. If you want to look back at that show, you'll see that we had a chat. And one of the trends Chris talked about was tails on balloons, rather than just the standard ribbon and stuff like that. It's tails. So Chris has created a few things here, and we're just going to talk through those to start with, and then he's going to show us how a trick to make a different type of tail. So Chris, over to you. What have you created? These are all fantastic.
Okay, well, we'll start with this one, which is with the rainbow unicorn, really on trend, really popular.
Unicorns going crazy.
Yeah, brilliant balloon. And I've used underneath it the twirls, which is a new introduction from us. Yeah. But they're just so cool. They're so easy. Just open the packet, give them a shake, and stick them on. They're really simple. And you know, with the different colours that are available, they fit under so many different options. Yeah. And at the base of it, I've used a tissue fluffy on a ceramic tile as a base. Yeah. Really easy. But the combination of all three makes massive impact.
I really like these tissue paper. What they call fluffy decorations, yeah. Because I'd not thought of using them that way until you came today, and you know, just using half of it effectively, yes. and creating a base. And for the tile, you've shown us that before. You have to look back and see another show with Chris to see how you use a tile. Yeah, but
it keeps it flat to the table, and that really makes it work well. Great. So that's that one. Okay. This one in the middle here, I've used the dot garlands, which are not balloon tails at all, but they can be. Yeah. And they're perfect for flying balloons on, and you know, with the different colour combinations available, they're just marvellous for that. But I've added underneath some little paper fan decorations, just for a little bit of extra interest and colour in the design. So
are these these sort of things just supposed to be used as decorations, just to hang up?
Yeah, literally just to hang up from the ceiling or across something, for which they work really well, but they're brilliant to use in place of ribbon on a balloon as well. Yeah. Very light.
And you've attached those to another 2017 trend.
Yes, the rose gold orb. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. But the combination of rose gold and the pale blue is a really on-trend colour. Yeah. So that works really well. Okay, and then this one over here uses the sort of pre-made tassel garlands that come in a whole range of colours, including rainbow. Yeah. They're 3 meters long, I think. No, maybe even more. We've got the packaging somewhere.
3 meters. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 3 meters long, but you only really need 1.5 meters, if that, for one balloon. Yeah. So you can either leave the rest of it in a heap at the bottom to cover up the weight, or you can cut it in half and get 2 for the price of 1. Yeah. But just literally tie the balloon on the end of it and it's done. It's an incredibly popular and on-trend thing. You see them everywhere. I don't understand why you would sit and cut pieces of tissue paper up when they're easily available already. Yeah.
And it adds value. We always talk about adding value. It adds value.
Masses of value.
Okay.
But I wouldn't sit and cut tissue paper up. But if I wanted a foil version of that, which are not so easily available off the shelf, I can show you a little trick using a door curtain, where you can make that in foil very, very quickly. Okay. Yeah?
Let's do that then. Oh, that's one you prepared, isn't it?
Here's one I got earlier. This is how it comes. It's a foil door curtain, lots of different colours, 12 or 13, 14 different colours available. And all you need, in addition to that, is cable ties. Okay. Little tiny cable ties like that. I use a cable tie tensioning tool because I like my gadgets, but it also makes it easier. But you don't have to. You can do it by just pulling it up tight with your fingers.
So they're just normal cable ties you get from any
hardware store. Yeah. Very, very cheap, very easily available. Marvellous things. So unroll your door curtain.
What about your gun thing? Where do you get that?
You will often find in the same kind of places that sell the cable ties. Yeah. If not, then go online and just look under electrical suppliers, electrical equipment, and they'll be there. Okay. Okay. So here's your door curtain, which is obviously the size of a door. Yeah. If you want big, fluffy, really sort of full tassel garlands, then use it exactly as it comes out the pack.
Yeah.
If you want something, you know, not so full and you want more for your money, then cut it in half first.
Okay.
But I'm going to use the whole thing because it, yeah, might as well. So leave it the way it comes, all folded up like that, and lay it on your table flat like so. I'll just heap that up for the moment. It has a tendency to act a little bit like fluid and all run off the edges if you're not careful. Piece of ribbon. Okay, unroll enough, and then just lay that along the length of the door curtain as well. And then it's a matter of taking a cable tie, gathering the whole thing together, putting the cable tie around, zip it up tight, cut it off, go down 30 centimetres. If you want to be precise about this, then measure it. I tend not to. Another one. Zip it up. Go down to the next one. And so forth, all the way down the length of the door curtain.
Yeah.
I will continue with a few because it makes it more clear as you go.
It's a great little device, I think.
It's marvellous. I love it. I mean, I do suffer a bit from arthritis in my fingers.
All right. Yeah.
So it's a great boon for that. But even if you don't, it's marvellous because it cuts them off so smooth.
Does it?
There's no sharp points. And so when if you're joining balloons together like you do with you know, the curves and the crescents, foil balloons like that, if you're overlapping them and trying to join them together, then a cable tie is one of the best ways of doing it. And this removes all the sharp points and you don't have any punctures. So it's well worth searching one out and putting it in your toolbox.
Yeah.
I would suggest there are cheap ones available. I am not a proponent of buying cheap. I would suggest that you do spend a little bit more money and get one of the more expensive metal ones rather than the cheap plastic ones.
Buy cheap, buy twice, Chris.
Yeah, exactly. That, I've been using that one for over 10 years now.
Okay.
And it still works perfectly.
It's value for money right there.
Yeah, it is. I think it's worked out at about just under £2 a year.
Yeah.
So, okay, there we go. The closer you put them together, the shorter the tassels, but the more you'll get, obviously speaking. All right, and then when you've done it, when you're finished, go back to the other end, pick up your scissors, just pull the ribbon to one side so you don't cut it, because that would be really frustrating. Take that off there, go down to the next one, pull the ribbon to one side, take that off there.
Oh, very clever.
Down to the next one, pull the ribbon, if you can find it. It's in there somewhere. Maybe I should have used a different colour ribbon. There it is. I've lost it again. There it is. Pull that to one side and cut it off. So just literally just cut through the entire thing just above where the ribbon goes through the cable tie. Got into a slight tangle with this one. There we go. Got it. Cut that off there.
That's a really clever idea.
And so on, all the way down to the end. And then what you will have,
look at that,
is your tassel garland. So it really works. It takes 5 minutes.
I'd never have thought of that.
The price of the tassel garland is very small.
Yeah.
But you've ended up with something that will work incredibly well.
Yeah.
Very quickly. And these, as I say, come in all sorts of different colours, including rainbow. But there's no reason why, if you want a blue and silver one, then you can use a blue and silver tassel door curtains, put them together, and just carry on as normal. So you can just layer them up.
What about the weight?
It is quite heavy, but flown underneath a 3-foot latex or something like that, then it's not an issue.
Yeah, yeah.
You would.
That's where you see most of these, isn't it?
Yes, that's what they're for, really. They're not going to work under a super shape foil or an 11-inch or 14-inch latex, but they will work perfectly well under the bigger balloons. If weight's an issue, then do what I said at the beginning. Cut the thing in half first.
Yeah, yeah.
So that you reduce the weight.
And I suppose as well, depending on how high you want the balloon to be,
yeah, spread them out more.
You can just do...
Because once you've got it, because you've cable tied them but not knotted them, you can actually slide the tassels up and down the ribbon afterwards to make bigger or smaller gaps between them.
Yeah.
So it's very adjustable. So here we go. One more to do. We might as well finish it off, mightn't we? But this is, yes, I often have this problem, and I often think, and I still don't do it, a contrasting colour of ribbon would make it easier to find where you go. There we go. We've got it now.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's absolutely perfect.
It is. It's great. If you don't like the cable ties, then you can just put a little bit of ribbon round and wrap it over or whatever. But I don't think anybody really notices that.
Yeah.
It's not something that will bother me, and they will slide up and down according to where you want them. Okay.
It's fantastic, Chris. Well, Chris, thank you very much for showing us all of these and how to create your own from a door curtain. Now, when we have a guest, as you know, there is a question of the week. So, you, as the guest, get to ask the question of the week. So, what's the question of the week this week?
Well, in the course of the conversations that we've been having, it has been referred to just how long I've been in the industry, which is a
couple of years.
Just a few, one or two. And I've seen a lot of changes in that time. And it would be interesting to me for people, how long have you been in the industry? Has it changed a lot since you've been in?
So there you go. How long have you been in the industry? And have you seen many changes? Leave your comments down below on Facebook and on YouTube. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. See you next time. Bye.